Hi, I want to share a story with you that I haven't fully spoken about until now. I want to share the story about how I chased my twin flame and I found something unexpected. I didn't find him, I found myself. So let's go back to the very beginning. So in the beginning of my spiritual awakening, I was like a sponge. I was reading and watching all the videos and books, and in that I found out about the twin flames. And therefore I was looking for my twin flame. I was convinced that I was going to find a twin flame. I didn't know when or how, but it was going to happen. So, and then what happened was that I went to the island of Kauai to do a crystal healing workshop, and I was just going to be there for a week. And in that workshop, a local girl just said to me that there was going to be a static dance at the island, and if I wanted to go. And I didn't know it was island time, so I was there on time, like 7 p.m., and nobody was there. It was just the DJ, the girl that was gonna play the music, and this man that was helping her set up for doing that. It was like carrying all the stuff for her. So so as there was nobody there, he and just myself, he approached me and asked me about what I was doing in the island, and I just told him about the crystal workshop and that I was looking for fairies. And then that was the window. He just smiled so big and he said to me that he believed in fairies. And anyway, that was like the spark. And then, the room started to fill with people and we started dancing. And it was interesting because it was like we were always dancing together and we were like magnetized and through the whole evening of the dancing, and we kept just like without talking, just being attracted to each other and just dancing. And so by the end of the dance, he asked me to go for a walk on the beach, and I said yes. And it was almost like a movie scene because we got to the beach and there was nobody, Kauai at that time, and there was lightning on the sky, but no storm, no rain, just lighting. And in that walking, he out of the blue, he just said to me, "Where have you been all my life? I've been waiting for you. I remember you." And I was like, "What is happening here?" And at the same time, I felt the same way. Like I knew this man, and then out of the blue, he just said to me, "How can I serve you?" And that is when it really hit me because just the day before, in a meditation, a guided meditation that was offered by the teacher in the crystal workshop, it was about the masculine and the feminine. She actually said that the masculine was asking the feminine, "How can I serve you?" So that synchronicity really was like, this is the real thing. And I felt it. I felt it in every part of my being so much that that night when I went to the hotel and I couldn't sleep, I just knew, and I said to myself, my life as I knew it is over. It's gone. And I knew it. It felt faded, and it was. So that's how it was that I spent 3 days with him. He introduced me to his spiritual teacher and his tribe and his friends, and it was very short and intense at the same time. Then I returned to Colombia and we kept Skyping and talking, and I was planning just going back in a few months to see him for a short time, and I already bought the ticket and told him that. And then one day I was meditating, and my spirit guide just told me, "Who are you fooling? You are not coming back here to Colombia. Just quit your job and sell yourself, all your furniture, all your belongings from your apartment." And so I did. I listened and I quit my job and sold everything. And in 1 month, I was gone. And told him that I was leaving to stay. And then uh, when I got to the island, that's when reality hit hard, you know. In this kind of fever that I was of blindness, I never asked him what he was doing for a living, what kind of job did he do, or did he live? Nothing. I didn't ask nothing. So I got there, and like I said, reality hit, and he was living in a studio and a chair kitchen with the other people from the property, but we didn't have a kitchen in the place, and he had just lost his job, so there was no financial stability and no security. And I started to just grew very quiet inside and disillusioned. And he felt that, and one day he just broke up with me and said, I know this is not what you want, so it's best that we break up. I couldn't believe it. I was so angry because I was the one that I wanted to break up with him. But it didn't last too long. We got back together. Um, it was like we were not able to be apart. We were like magnetized. So yeah, we came back together, and then I got pregnant and we got married. All my family flew from Colombia, and yeah, we were everybody big party and everything. And the interesting thing is that as soon as I got pregnant, I lost attraction for this man. I was not attracted to him anymore. So we tried really hard to work in the relationship, and even we tried even co-parenting, and nothing worked until just everything just crumbled. So do I believe in twin flames? Yes and no. He led me to my own twin flame, to my own self, because if it wasn't for him, he was the catalyst. I would have not left my country. I would have not left my profession, and I would have not met my spiritual teacher, because guess what? His spiritual teacher became my spiritual teacher that has guided me for the last 14 years in my spiritual awakening. So without him, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have known my true self, my higher self. So I did had a soul contract with him, and to be a mother, to leave my country, to remember the truth of who I am. So it was a great gift, and so that's what I wanted to share about my journey of the twin flame. It was always me, and that is what I like to share with anybody that is looking for that outside of themselves. The greatest love of your life is yourself. Yeah. So if you want to get to know that and really love that part of yourself, your true self, beyond the labels, beyond the family that you were born for, your country, your profession, if you're ready to really fall in love with that divine self, with the God created within you, just write me. You can write me to my email, drgigi3signet@gmail.com. And I look forward to hearing from you. Much love.